Hey Sky Girls, welcome back to another episode of Stay True powered by Sky Girls In, the show that's done for girls, by girls who know what they want.
We look forward to hearing what's your thing and what's not your thing. Hit us up on our socials. But on today's episode, Ikko Ice answers our 12 questions, Boys and Bands are answering your questions, and Wezi is in the building.
What a show we have for you today.
Indeed. Now, we have a little treat for you. We had the multi-talented, I've seen him on Date My Family, and no ladies, he wasn't the one searching. Acting, and he is a recording artist. He is answering 12 of our questions. It's Ikko Ace.
Hi, Ikko.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good?
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Fine. So we're here to ask you 12 celebrity questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one, what's the story behind your stage name, Ikko Ace?
Ikko Ace. Alright, so what I mean by Ikko is it derives from my village, Masandiko.
Oh, okay.
That's I-K-O. I added another K just to make it look dope, and Ace is one for Latin. So it's basically trying to just remember where I come from and be the number one at it. Yeah.
It's actually dope. It's very dope.
Thank you.
Cool, unique, I must say. So what got you into rap music?
What got me into rap music? I always loved music. My mom used to play old school music when I was a kid, and I would love just singing word for word and just knowing the tempo and all that. And I feel that's when the love for music actually began. So from a young age, I guess so.
From a young age. Okay, so mommy did put in some effort.
She did. She did.
Okay, so how long has music been part of your life?
From the first question, it starts from a young age, and ever since then, it's just grown to be what it is right now. And to be able to actually make a life off of music is way more than a blessing than most.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. So, who are your biggest musical influences?
J. Cole,
Okay.
Bob Marley, and what can I use as the third one? Drake.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very cool. That's very cool. So, if you had to switch bodies with another artist, who would it be and why?
Chris Brown.
Whoa.
And I would use his Twitter account to tweet, check out Ikko Ace's music.
Oh my God. Okay, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. But very cool.
Yeah.
So, if you had to sacrifice one skill which you would least like to let go, and why?
One skill. Is talking a lot a skill? I think so. So yeah, I think talking a lot. I think I'd rather be more quiet, because sometimes a quiet person in the room is the smartest.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So, what's the most trouble you've ever gotten into?
The most trouble I've ever gotten into. I was playing with matches. I was probably like 10 or 11, and I was playing with matches. And methylated spirit, there was some experiment I saw on TV that I wanted to do. And it obviously says at the beginning of all these experiments, it says do not try at home. And I did just that. I tried it at home, and yeah, I caught half the house, not half the house, but the bed and the curtain on fire. And I was put on house arrest for 2 weeks by my mom. Yeah.
I feel like you should have gotten 2 years or so.
I know, right?
2 weeks. Lord.
That happened.
Okay, so how does it feel being part of Amoye?
Amoye. I from the jump, it was actually a surprise that they actually considered me to actually do the role. I've never been part of a full production like that. I've done a lot of projects that really didn't hit the show. So being part of a fully fledged production and just learning how it is to be part of that, it really taught me a lot. It made me grow a lot, especially in the talent of acting. So yeah, it was a good experience.
Nice. So if you could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
If I could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I feel the the top of the music industry. If you perform somewhere in like America, if you talk about, you know, the biggest festivals that happen outside, I think that's the pinnacle. I don't think after that you can be like, oh, but this or but that. So I think performing in America, I can't say specifically, but just in America itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, what's your favorite project so far?
Projects. Wait, are we talking about music?
Any project?
Any project. Now or Never. Now or Never was the first project that me and Moko ever did. Shout out Dominic. And it's the one that put us on another stage to actually just make dope music. So yeah, Now or Never. If you haven't heard it, hear it.
Okay, nice. So, what's your theme and what do you like?
What's my theme? My theme in life is take everything easy. What do I like? I like jelly bears,
Ooh, okay.
sour worms, sweet popcorn. Like yeah, I'm just a snack head basically. But yeah, I'm a sweet tooth. That's what I like.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So, my last question is, what's not your theme and what don't you like?
What's not my thing? What's not my thing is drug abuse. I feel a lot of generations in our lifetime depend on drug usage to get a lot through life, but if anything that life's taught us is that that's not the way forward. And what I do not like is smoking. It's a bad habit, so don't
True.
smoke. So yeah.
All right. So, thank you for having us. And that
Thank
was
you
my
for
last
having me.
question. It
All
was
right.
fun. Bye.
You know he was speaking the truth. Just put on the spot and he had to answer 12 questions. Now, Chimunya, here are your 12 questions. What's your favorite movie?
The Fault in Our Stars.
Every time I hear that, all I think about is boom, clap the sound of my heart. Beat goes on and on and on and on. And speaking of songs, what's your favorite song?
Definitely has to be Surprise Yourself by Jack Garrett.
Surprising. Who is the hottest artist right now?
Has to be Chandanake.
Wapya Chandanake Ukko. And what is your favorite outfit?
Definitely has to be graphic tee, miniskirt, and Air Force Ones.
I am an Air Force One girl myself.
20.
Whatever, guys, whatever.
And last but not least, why are you a Sky Girl?
Well, because I love to be a part of a community that promotes staying true to themselves.
Yes, girl.
You and me both, you and me both. Now that wasn't quite 12 questions, but at least you were keeping it real.
Always. Now on that question tip, guys, I have a little question for you.
Go on.
Do you feel comfortable asking a doctor questions, especially if it's about your body?
I mean, it's not always that easy though. However, I think you're better off asking the questions than being quiet about it.
True, I absolutely agree with you. But don't worry, Sky Girls, we've got you covered. DM us your questions on WhatsApp and we'll ask our resident doctor to answer them for you.
So PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, is when your ovaries become enlarged and they tend to produce an excess in androgens, which is the male sex hormone. So females already have the male sex hormone, but it's much less than males do. So when you have this disease, you tend to experience symptoms that are quite different. You have more hair on your body, you have irregular menses, you have bloating, you have weight gain, all these things. So if some of the complications of PCOS, if it's left untreated, could include diabetes, for example. You could develop diabetes, you could develop endometrial cancer, you could develop cardiac disease, so many different things. So if these things are left untreated, then eventually it could lead to death, because these are all very treatable diseases. So if you do get these diabetes, for example, from having PCOS, then you could easily treat it by using tablets, for example, metformin or anything like that to treat it. So yeah, death is avoidable. So the best treatment for PCOS is to treat it symptomatically. There's ways that you can treat it at home by changing what to do with your lifestyle. You can adapt a healthy lifestyle, a diet, You can lose a lot of weight because patients who have PCOS tend to be more on the heavier side. They gain weight rapidly in short amounts of time. So you can try to lose weight through exercise, and that will help significantly reduce your insulin resistance. And that's because you have an excess of insulin in your body. So you will have a higher chance of developing diabetes. So you can do that. If those options are not working, you can always go to your doctor, and your doctor can prescribe you even the combination oral contraceptive pill. That is what we use it's a combination of estrogen and progesterone, which your body is missing. So it in turn just introduces the hormones to your body, and that will also help reduce the symptoms.
Sky Girl, that was your question answered. You learn something new every day.
Indeed. Speaking of real, it's time for us to get some advice from the realist. It is time for Real Talk.
Hi, welcome to Real Talk. Now, one of our Sky sisters sent us a message.
Okay.
She's asking, have we been pressured to smoke and how did we deal with it?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Have I been pressured to smoke? No, not really. No. I wouldn't say I've been pressured to smoke. How about you, Alexandra?
Have I been pressured to smoke? Maybe not directly, maybe just by being around certain people who smoke.
That's true.
But then the most important thing here is how do we handle it?
Yeah.
If you're in a position where people are smoking or doing something that you don't want to do and you don't know, like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I try? Should I not try? Basically, I don't know. For me, I feel like the first thing I would advise any of our Sky sisters to do is kind of just like stand your ground with it.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, like if you don't feel comfortable with doing it, remember that you don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's very true.
That's my opinion on how you should handle it. You know, just because your friends are doing it doesn't mean that you also have to do it.
Yeah. True.
You do what you like, they do whatever they want to do as well. Right? What do you guys think?
I personally think you should let your friends know how you feel.
Okay.
Let them know what your thing is and what's not your thing.
Exactly.
Because if you tell them that, then they'll know that no, smoking is not her thing.
Yeah,
she doesn't have to do what she doesn't want to. So yeah, I think you just set your standards and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's very true. And I feel like, as she said, if you have principles, you've set principles, you know, you can't do this, you can do this. So there's no way you'll be forced to do something that you don't want to do. And then their friends, if they're really your friends, they trust you, they respect your opinion.
Yes.
So you also have to respect their opinion. Some don't smoke for their own reasons, because we know to say, okay, smoking is bad for your health, it will cause lung cancer, stuff. People have different reasons.
That's
so
true.
I feel like we have to respect each other's opinions. So if I don't want to smoke, I have my reasons.
Yeah.
So basically we just have to respect one
I
another.
agree. I feel like we all have our reasons for not doing certain things because I know I don't smoke because it's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's obviously a health hazard and it probably doesn't align with my well-being, general well-being.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I wouldn't put myself to be in a position to be smoking, and even my friends would know that, you know, she's like this and she shouldn't do this because of this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And I really think you shouldn't mind what other people say about you.
that's true.
You just don't mind them.
that's true.
Live your life. Try to do what you like the most.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
that's
what
what I
makes
can
you
do.
happy.
Yeah.
In the end, the life you're living is about you.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
it's how you build yourself, how it's basically you.
Yeah.
So it's how you feel that really matters and not what other people have to say and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our advice to our Sky sister. If you guys have any advice for her, please do let us know on our social media platforms at Sky Girls Set.
No one should pressure you into doing something you don't want to do.
For sure, Nchimonia, you need to feel confident enough to stay true to your beliefs and who you are.
Sure. And as your friends, they have no choice but to accept it.
Is to force your friends these days. But anyway, guys, seriously, being true to yourself is not always easy, but it's always worth it.
I see you rolling your eyes, but it's true. But enough of that. Let's hear what advice the boys have for us this week on Boys in Bands.
Guys, what's up? This is Boys and Bands. I'm Gabriel.
I'm Kamal.
Tristan.
Benjamin. So you guys sent us some questions. Let's look at the question for the day.
Hi everyone, my name is Tatenda. I'm 18 years old and my question is, as a boyfriend, how do you feel about male best friends?
So personally, what I think about male best friends is usually you have to trust your girlfriend. It's all about trust. And usually the worries the worries stem from insecurities, and yeah, you just have to have trust and it all work out. Because sometimes when you don't trust your girl, or when you don't even trust yourself, you feel that if you were in a male best friend situation, you would try and go for the girl. So trust plays a big part. What do you think, Benji?
I don't see any problem about being a male best friend because I'm already one. But all I can say is to have boundaries. I personally can't allow my best friend to be chilling with my girlfriend.
Okay, yeah, so of course that is definitely a line cross, you can all agree there, but what would be like the other boundaries that you would put? This question goes out to all you lads, by the way.
Honestly, like a boundary that I feel like shouldn't be crossed is when the male best friend has too much of a say in the relationship. Because at the end of the day, what goes on is between me and the girl. And so if his input or say gets too much into a situation, I feel like that's a line that's being crossed. Seriously.
I got an interesting question for you, Kamal. Let's say these boundaries were crossed. What would you do?
Personally, if they were crossed, I would talk to my girlfriend and tell her to cut them off because clearly he doesn't respect the relationship and shouldn't be a part of her life anymore. What would you do?
Okay, well, since I consider myself a gentleman, just like a mom, I would talk to my girlfriend first. But after that, instead of just asking her to cut it off with him, I go talk to him, just the extra, security. Yeah. So if you don't want to listen after I gently converse with him, a little bit of is in order, Anyway, back to what you were saying, Gabe.
So I really feel like it's something that's okay, but as long as nothing really goes too far or overboard with the whole situation.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today's segment. Be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms at SkyGirlZ, and see you next time. Bye.
Wow.
Okay.
Thanks for the insight, guys. Hear that, ladies? Keep those boundaries in check.
It's always great to hear from the guy's perspective.
Definitely. Some of the boys are new to the show, like me, and even though they're not Sky Girls, it's definitely important for us to know what their thing is and what's not their thing. Inquiring minds want to know.
My thing is music. Negative people, not my thing.
There's one thing we can't always get the male perspective on, and that's good old homemade fashion. It's time for DIY with Tapo.
Hello, Sky Girls. My name is Tapo, and DIY, aka do it yourself, is my thing. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to make ripped jeans because let's be honest, ripped jeans are a fashion trend that isn't going away anytime soon. And since we just love individuality, why not create your own ripped jeans? Okay, so to make your own ripped jeans, you will need a piece of chalk, which we're going to use to mark out exactly where we want to rip our jeans, a pair of tweezers, and or a needle, which we're going to use to pluck at the thread to make our jeans look more, ripped. And a pair of scissors and a utility knife, depending on how thick your jeans are. I mean, if your scissors are sharp enough, they will definitely work. And lastly, of course, our jeans. So what you want to do now is mark out where you are going to cut your jeans with the chalk. Mark it out right there. Now we are going to make a slit with our scissors. Okay, once you've made your slit, you can start to pick away at the threads that are sticking out with your tweezers to give us that whole ripped jeans look. kind of coming along, sort of. Keep going. Okay, I think I am satisfied with this slit, so I think I'm gonna make maybe another one on the other side, and I think that would be enough for me. Not too sure if I should keep going or keep it more closed like this. See, this one has a bit of a bigger hole. This one's just kind of like a little gap with the threads. Okay, so I think I am just about done. I kind of like the look. I don't want mine as ripped, but you can go crazy. If you want bigger slits, smaller slits, more slits, it's up to you. Remember, these are supposed to be your jeans, unique just for you. So you can keep going, but I think I am just about done. So there you have it, Sky Girls. That's how I rip my jeans. How did I do? Let me know in the comments below or on our socials, where you can also send us a picture of your ripped jeans so we can post the results.
So Tapo, when can I make a date to come buy those jeans from Tapo's wardrobe? And by buy, I mean steal.
Girl, what's mine is yours.
In that case, we can do like a sisterhood of the traveling pants kind of arrangement. What do you think?
Well, I'll think about it. But in the meantime, if you love DIY just like me, do share what you're making on our socials, and maybe I'll feature it in the show.
Well, we've come to the end of the show. But before we leave, we're leaving you in the hands of our Sky Big Sister, singing live exclusively for Sky Girl Z. Don't forget to take the pledge and be a Sky Girl. Bye!
Hello, Zina langa neo ni Wezi. Shout outs to all the Sky Girls. I hope you enjoy this performance. I'm a silent voice in a crowd breaking through. I'm speaking out. Here goes. Ngati pali chintu chuabisha ni mauyo ni chimpya yokuti sininga zichingilishe ngati pali chintu chuabisha ni mauyo ni chimpya nunkali la kuziuja imba nyimbo zako lakuwe unabila usankale na mwezo mtima wako zinishe imba nyimbo zako lakuwe ulabila yelele mama zimbishe nyimbo zako. Angankale mumanja yako koma mumutu muliine kunkala munyumba yako mumaganizo muliine ungamu pase zonse za moshe koma akali yafuna ine ungamu peleke kulikonse koma akali alila ine kani ya mutima iliko sensitive kani ya mutima sensitive. Uzaye samandi, kuchita vonso zalema mandi. If it wasn't not meant to be, Musi, Kumasanga konde, muntu, unajaila kale inengati ufuna, unga mutenge, sanga konde, muntu, unajaila kale ine, unajaila ne, unajaila ne, unajaila ne, unajaila ne, unajaila ne, sanga konde muntu ina, unajaila kale ine. What an amazing time to be alive. Everything changes when we fall in love. Nimwai watiani ni shukolanji elengesha kutiti kumane. You brought the best day of my life, and I did not see you coming, my African king. And I did not see you coming my way, no. I did not see you coming, my African king. And I did not see you coming my way, no.
I pledge to be true to myself and what I believe in. I will trust my choices and I will not let anyone else determine who I am. Success, making friends and dancing, that's my thing. Jealousy, gossip and smoking, that's not my thing. I will make choices according to my character. I will rise to meet my sky.